What's good, YouTube? Zeus here back with another video, and we're gonna be looking at the IdentityV community's hot take. So, 24 hours ago, something around that time, I made a community post saying to give me your hashtag IDV hot takes, so that way we can have something to discuss about. So, I'm gonna be going through these. I can't guarantee I'll get through all of them, but I will try to get through a majority that seem interesting, or I'll just scroll down, like until I get tired and I want to do something else, pretty much. So yeah, let's get it started. So now, 24 hours ago, and I sent a comment just now. I saw it on my YouTube studio. Um, you know what, sign? Just for you. Just for you. You know what? You know what? Just for you. Will it not pop up if I refresh it? Just for you. Oh my God, so many S's. Damn, it's not there. Damn, you're cooked. I tried. Damn, I tried, sign. I really did. Oh well. Yeah. Type shoot. What the? Shulushu? Oh, yeah, that's not popping up. And my computer's just going boom, 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 like. But yeah. We'll get to it when we get to it. I'm leaving that in as a blooper because that's gonna be hilarious. But yeah, so let's get on YouTube with the first IDV hot take. So we have our first one from IRL Mima Kidogo. I'm probably like butchered that fucking name. So sort by newest, could I? Oh, I can sort that, right. Okay, that works. Yeah, that works. I'm fucking dumb for that. Wow, they sound a lot like a loser. Okay, hold on. Since I already started that, we'll just do this one. Okay, so number one, I feel like the over-exaggerated body proportions on characters like Ivy and Sangria are rough, but do serve a general purpose other than trying to make them attractive. I think that he's just trying to make them seem more sickly or dead and use their proportions to portray that. Also, while I do agree with the IADV needs more horror designs take, I don't think the new designs are bad and actually believe some of them have very intriguing aspects to them. Finally, 99% of the time, old essences weren't better. The new ones are great. People just hyper focus on the good old ones and the bad new ones. Mm, damn. Okay, that's not bad. Like, I'm kind of split on that because some of the old essences are just better. But like, I can agree that like nostalgia is definitely, you know, going crazy with people's heads. No, nostalgia definitely plays a part in that. I can't lie to you on that. So that I can agree with that. I can stand with that. It's not bad. Hopefully, shit is not dying on me. By the way. So yeah, okay. Alright, now for Shashulu. I probably fucked that up. Percy is meta. I also, a friend asked me to write need more. Yes, yes, that's cold take. Cold take. Cold take. What the fuck? Alright, we got Shulushu with the having an A badge or below doesn't make you hot shit at the game. We are in a small server and you can easily get it by consistently playing out a character, specifically for dead leaderboards too. High A or S is when your opinion matters. High A is like 20 and up. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that because for some characters it's too easy to get these badges and it's like it doesn't make any sense. My mom just brought a plant into the room and is like, "Where do I put this thing?" Um, I don't know where you could put the plant. Why did you get another plant? We don't have space for oxygen. A bamboo tree
Oh,
with
that's good.
with three leaves.
Supposed to be very good for oxygen just good.
Uh-huh. I'll let it cook. I'll let it cook.
Oh,
I'll let it cook. I will accept the gift of the plant. Thank you.
should I put it here?
No, there's no space on that table.
I was to move this down here and that down.
That's dangerous because that's gonna be way too high up for all the stuff that's on there.
But there,
Yeah, just leave it there.
it's good for oxygen.
It's good for oxygen?
You just need to do this from time to time.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. Love you. Okay. Back to hot takes. I'll cut that out. I'll cut that out. Um, but yeah. Yeah, I agree with this take wholeheartedly. That's not that coldest take I've ever read. Coldest take I've ever read. Coldest fucking take. My sea batch for priestess just came in, and my opinion matters. No, keep it in. Okay. All right, now we'll go back to top. All right. So next one, Maga says Opera Singer was an actual healthy addition to the roster of hunters, with Old Survivors cough, Priestess cough still being strong. Opera Singer's addition helps with hunter mains and have a shot at winning at the game and not win by survivor mistakes, but rather good mind games and chase. New survivors have been so-so, however, which is fine since we have strong survivors already, which can lead to the killer to lose within a few mistakes they create. I halfway agree with this. I halfway agree with this take. Because I agree that Opera Singer was a good addition to the game. However, I do not agree with the train of logic that of like, oh, it's the only way to make a hunter win, because hunters have a lot of strong hunters meta-wise right now. And as of like, you know, the last good survivor, like the last like really good broken survivor that came out was Antiquarian, and that was all the way back in 2022. Like truly broken survivor, like completely made the game one-sided. And that shit was Antiquarian. So like I semi agree with this. Like this isn't a bad take. Like this isn't bad, but it's a little rough around the edges. She seems worse because of the god awful recent survivors. Yeah. Some of them are interesting to say the least when it comes to how netease decides. Wait, she came out 2 years ago? Yeah, Anti came out in August of 2022. She came out in August of 2022. It's been 2 years, damn near. Next one, we have Mr. Z's over here. If you do extraordinarily well, such as kiting 5 ciphers / getting a 4K at 5 ciphers, it's less of a you did well and more of a the other side did really poor. I agree and disagree with this, buddy old pal. The reason why is because at max caliber gameplay, if a survivor is 5 cipher kiting a hunter, then that means that that survivor is just that good and the survivor is thinking in the ways that they should be. Now, it is also true that sometimes when a hunter is like effortlessly dominating, it definitely can stem from those mistakes, but it's not, it doesn't, you can't like diminish the fact that it still happened, you know? It's like, you put like, we put like fucking 487 kiting DX or something, assuming they both play well and perfect. Like, if 487 5 cipher kites DX, regardless of whether you nitpick at like how DX played, it's still DX at the end of the day. And they're supposed to be playing perfectly regardless. I can see this being true in a rank setting, but I guess for competitive, where my head is always at, like, I don't think this is true. For the most part, like unless it's like glaring, like unless we're talking about Yan or Jam, like or Asha, yeah, like I don't see that. I will never be humble about doing a good kite. I'll only be humble about doing a good kite if even I know that the hunter just is bad. I thought it said L takes in the title, but if it's Zeus, what difference does it make? Oh, really? What L takes? What L takes do I have? My mic broke with that laugh. Wow. Is Asia and NAU rank times different too? Yeah, Asia and NA rank times are different. NA rank time starts at 7 p.m. at the earliest, ends at 11 p.m. EST. 7 p.m. EST to 11 p.m. EST. Thoughts on Ivy being better and replacing Opera Singer so easily? No. I'll give Ivy credit. Ivy is doing better than what I gave her, what I thought she would do, so I'll give her credit. But She's not replacing Opera. She's not replacing Opera. I don't think so. I give her credit to where credit's due, but she's not replacing her. Next one, we got Poppy. Hottest take of the century, totally. Merc's Muppet face was peak and they did him wrong by making him go through 10 plastic surgery. I don't know if this is hot or not. So, cool. Survivors should get to ban a character from their own faction from being played. I don't want to see Mind's Eye in my ranked matches. Sorry. Edit. It also serve as a balance things out since there's like double survivors and hunters. Maybe 1 or 2 bans are not enough anymore. Yup. Let me ban Mind's Eye, bro. Let me ban Mind's Eye from being played in my matches as a survivor, bro. No more Mind's Eye players. No more Mind's Eye players. The only reason why this will never happen is because then that would be just completely disencouraging playing a character at all in general. So like the Mind's Eye players gone. Pick a character, pick literally anything else. Oh my god. Literally. Yes, sir. Like yo, if I could ban Mind's Eyes, we're cooking, we're cooking. I'm not really too fond of how hunters will perform well and automatically get nerfed without people even learning how to counter them. Meanwhile, there's serves who have always performed well yet never got any changes whatsoever. I think people just need to expect wins. I think people just expect wins to be handed to them on a silver platter, not realizing that it should involve them thinking and learning along the way. It's the reason why I loved Ivy's release, because people had to actually think in order to counter her and her map control. Okay, so my thing with this is that this is kind of a false statement because historically speaking, control plus the page got you. That's better? Well, now the chat's covering it though, so hold on. Okay, that's better. Alt 4 plus Alt 4, yeah. Does that really work? Alt 4? I don't know computer commands, so it's like yeah. This is kind of a false statement because historically speaking, it's like the only characters that have gotten nerfed in competitive wise have gotten nerfed because of their competitive performance have been survivors. Prospector, Professor, Aeroplanist, Antiquarian, Cheerleader. Like historically speaking, like yeah, Alt and F4. It gives you more computer space. You motherfuckers are opposition. You motherfuckers are opposition. Don't ever press Alt F4 when told. Oh my god. Fucking trolls. So yeah. They haven't really touched hunters because of their performance. It's only been survivors. However, I do agree that Ivy's release was good because, you know, it actually encourages using your fucking brain instead of, like, just a formula. Like, you kind of have to think for everything, which I like. Alright. I love Fiona says Fiona Gilman is the hottest character in Identity 5. Barmaid. Rat Spectre. I think there should be a way to force people to bring Tide or play a rescuer because it's insane how many people do not want to play any kind of rescuer of the game, and the result team comp is 1 decoder and 3 kiters. Low-key, I would not be upset about that. I would not be upset about that, yeah. Like, I actually wouldn't be upset about that. Because I'm actually getting tired of like when I solo queue and nobody wants to bring Tide, but then everyone wants to rescue. Opinion on Twix? Twix is good. Netease desperately needs to find a way to make decoder characters not absolute trash. Lawyer only became viable because he loosely fits into the speed demon meta, which in itself is getting repetitive now because there are only many ways you can make Survivor launch themselves or run really fast until they become carbon copies of each other. Yeah. I agree with this, but the way you want to go about it is you can't really go about it anyway without just making the survivors even more broken or to counter specific hunters, because I know later down the line we're going to be seeing people complain about how IDV just makes survivors to counter the new meta hunters and then makes new meta hunters to counter the new meta survivors, and they're going to complain, why aren't they going back to those survivors? There's no need to go back to them. Like, decoder is kind of a dead role right now. Why play a decoder when you can play a kiter that decodes at base speed and then has better survivability? So it's like they're trying to like go at it with opera singer. Like they're trying to go at it with Evelyn right now, with a Pharaoh lady, and make her like actually decent with her decoding, but it's like people are then gonna complain, why don't they buff Mind's Eye? Why don't they buff Mechanic? It's like they already had their time. Like that's it. Like they don't gotta come back. Like they're releasing new characters because they want the new characters to be played. They go back to visit old characters to buff them just for them to release new characters for the old characters to get played over the new characters. Like it doesn't make sense marketing wise. Like why like like if Ripper became S tier again, but then they released some cool ass shit hunter, like let's say like, Goatman for example, Ripper becomes S tier again, but Goatman releases. Who the fuck is playing Goatman? Who is gonna learn a whole new character over when they can just play Ripper again after already playing Ripper for fucking seasons on end? It's like who's playing Goatman? Like to make life easier on yourself. Like you're just gonna pick the character that you've already played with. Little girl can be a great character. While this can be applied to everyone, I mean especially her. To me, the biggest priority is decoding, which she helps with. There are problems with her main sinkings at 4 to 5 ciphers, not knowing what to use her pages, warp at awkward times, but her character is a great support for one of the most annoying things for a hunter, Cypher Rush. The decoding buff pushes the ciphers further. Her pages buy time for the survivors to decode, which could be done with only 2 ciphers pop. If the players are good and confident enough, she can body block, while with her warping and sync ability, she can. The vaulting buff is another good thing, but not that notable. Well, I don't think she's the best. She's better than something. Yeah, I agree. Little girl is definitely better than what people give credit for. It's just every little girl main on the fucking server is complete shit. And I just say that in a general sense. I don't actually know every little fucking girl player, but every little girl player on the server just sucks. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about little girl that like fucking like I don't go like I don't get it. Isn't the decoding buff just the same as duo decoding normally? No, it's not. It's faster. Beforehand, it used to be even faster as well. Dual decoding slows the speed, quote unquote, but it doesn't actually slow. You will still get a cipher done faster by double decoding. They just added like that mini buff, that mini debuff to it to disencourage it. So it's like, yeah, like people like I don't know what it is about playing little girl, but you like little girl players, their brain just turns to fucking mush. Like I don't know what it is. All right. People are allowed to hate a character because of things they do in their lore, but they don't have to be so dramatic about it. Telling others to die or calling them problematic for using a character is so stupid. I promise not everyone cares or reads about the lore. Plus, this is a horror game. These characters aren't meant to be saints. Honestly, they need to go outside and take a walk if it bothers them. That Yo, shout out to my nigga Angel Vash, bro. Shout out to my nigga Angel Vash, bro. Coldest take of the night. I'm freezing right now. I'm in the Arctic. Coldest take of the night. Coldest take, bro. Oh my god, you people getting pressed about who's playing what. It's a fucking 1 and a 0. Cry about it. Turn off the fucking computer. Holy shit. Like, if it bothers you that much, delete the game. Just don't bother playing the fucking game. If a 1 and a 0, that like, what they do in a game bothers you that fucking much. Like it's a fucking pixel. It doesn't exist. Like and you motherfuckers are losing sleep over that shit, bro. The fact that this is considered a hot take is asinine. Like the fact that this is a hot take for this community is fucking asinine, because that's how chronically online most of these people are. Like it's actually fucking crazy, bro. Shit is fucking wild. Oh my god, fucking I'm an ice cube right now. I'm an actual fucking ice cube. The IDV community, especially the younger members residing on English 1, have a huge problem: internalized misogyny, which has seeped out of fictional characters, i.e., villainizing perfumer who is a killer objectively, but babying prisoner who did the same crime, and how they interact with actual people in the community, infantilizing male creators. Cough, cough. Aziz, Aziz. Sorry, had to, had to cough, my voice was hurting a little. More of a community hot take than gameplay? Nope, perfectly fine. Gameplay hot take is that little girl isn't OP. She's an active detriment to the team if there is no comms. She's only viable if she is being played on a comms team. Yo, is this just common sense? Is this just common sense right now? Are we still in the Arctic? Yo, bro, is Christmas coming? Cause like it's pretty cold. Like Christmas is coming, bro. Christmas is coming tonight. Like it's cold. Like I'm freezing right now because like holy shit. Gameplay wise, coldest shit ever. I completely agree. Like, little girl's pretty much useless. Like little girl's pretty much useless if you don't have comms. As for the misogyny problem in the IDV community, yeah, that definitely exists. I cannot lie, because people definitely have a favoritism towards certain characters. I would also say though that it's not only misogyny, it's also misandry. There's both an equal amount. There's an equal amount of misogyny and misandry. It's just the nah, I wouldn't say actually one is vocalized more than the other. No, it's equal. They're equally vocalized and they're both a problem. They're like misogyny and misandry in this game is like the fucking hottest shit ever, because people will literally fucking cruel will kill you for not doing that shit. Misandry isn't real. Yo, it's either they hate women or they hate men. Exactly. That's literally it. Yeah, that's literally it. I wouldn't say equal, but yeah. I don't know. We talking about English one? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like like from what I see, it's like it's always like people are saying, "Oh, you play this female character," and they'll use female in the most derogatory way ever. Like English one shots, I've seen like, "Get out of here, you female!" Like fucking wagging their finger and shit. Like it's crazy to me. Like, and the same thing goes in vice versa. They'll be like, "You fucking male!" Like they'll lose their fucking mind. And it's like the misogyny is more vocalized for a bit from what I've seen compared to the misandry, but like both sides exist. But it's like it's insane. Like if I'm being like, if I'm out here like, oh, if I'm playing like, I pick fucking, let's say I want to play, what's a male character? As of recent, if I wanted to play batter, like if I wanted to play batter, people immediately would be like, "Oh, why are you playing that character? Didn't you see that? Da 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 da. Oh my God, you're a disgusting piece of shit." It's all like, leave, like, leave. Like it's crazy. Like it's actually insane how bad it is. And like the example with perfumer, exactly. Then we get onto the community. Like Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Do I even need to like say much about this in like this cesspool of a community? English one is either slurs, people pretending to be pedos, or NSFW. Yeah. Oh my God, please someone mention the NSFW problem in this fucking community. Please. Because you would think that the Genshin community or some shit or other gacha communities like the Nike community would be bad. Please someone mention the NSFW problem in this community. I beg, bro. Cause you niggas are weird when it comes to that shit. Priestess doesn't need a nerf. Her kite really is not that good except on certain maps, and speed hunters kill up and capture her quickly. Long portal has long cooldown, the initial cooldown. It's basically her blink. Two can't be used at the same time, and warp exists. Cypher rush doesn't exist. Ciphers aren't too fast, but the issue is rather too close and due to partly RNG. If some spawns were farther away from ciphers, then the speed wouldn't be an issue. Evidence for this is maps like Arms and Red Shirts usually have the fastest matches because the ciphers are so close. You know what? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, no, I agree. One, I agree. Priestess doesn't need a nerf because she's like a thing. Like, it doesn't, like, Priestess doesn't need a nerf. Like, she, in this meta especially, she doesn't. She barely gets played with how weak she is in this meta. Also, on Cypher Rush doesn't existing, yeah, yeah. They haven't changed the way ciphers, you know, fucking. They literally don't. They haven't changed anything about the fucking ciphers at all. Like, literally since like release. So it's like the site, like Cypher, quote unquote Cypher Rush. Like, I won't say it doesn't exist because it definitely does, but Cypher Rush is only an issue when you're just not playing meta. Like, I really hate to say it. Like, you can do a lot of things as modern hunters, but like, you know, the ciphers on Arms Factory and Shack are right next to it. Yeah, exactly. Like, this makes sense. Like, this made sense. Like, this was perfect actually. Like, this is good. Like, this is, yeah. This is about quick match at soaring. People wanting to have a casual relationship with the game isn't the end of the world. Learning skills, cooldowns, and counters of 70 plus characters takes a lot of time and commitment. I know it's really frustrating to lose when someone does a beginner mistake, but at the end of the day, getting furious at randoms is just gonna make you miserable. So my thing with that is that if you want to learn the game and take your time with the game, play fucking quick match. Do not play ranked match. Literally, unless you're with a four-man team that and you all know you're gonna fuck around and try to learn together, don't play ranked. Because if you're gonna play ranked with other people, when people play ranked, it's because they want to win, because they're already knowing somewhat of what they can do. So it's like, I agree with this. Like, I don't think people should be demonized for having a casual relationship with the game. But it's like, it says quick match shoot, yeah, but it also says low rank. Yeah, it says quick match and guys. This is about quick match slash low rank. So now, with low rank specifically, yes, if you want to play ranked, you still need to learn the character. You still need to learn the characters in general. Like that's just it. Like you cannot be complain about people getting upset at you for throwing their matches because you don't know the matchup, but you didn't take the time to learn the matchup. What is considered low rank? Anything below Griffin is considered low rank. Mid tier is like, and I would even argue all of Griffin is still considered low rank. Mid tier is like Alicorn. Low rank is Elkin below. Yeah, we have different definitions of low rank. Anything below Alicorn for me is low tier. Anything below Alicorn to me is low tier. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I thought mid tier was Griffin. Mathematically, it should be. Skill wise, it is not. All right. We gotta generalize selling and full chill rescuing. There are so many people that still rescue a decoder even after they did a 20-second kite, and I feel like we should also generalize resetting. There are so many times where people lose matches because the entire team was injured. Getting two people to full goes a long way. Let me get my jacket. I gotta put on a fucking jacket. Cause this shit is cold. That's a hot take in itself. Your tier rank is a hot take, Zeus. I'm just saying. Normalize, yeah. Normalize, generalize. You got what they. You gotta do what you gotta do. Well, yeah. Let me put on my jacket real quick. Let me put my jacket on. So real please adapt to the draw mentality when it matters. Yeah. People don't like getting draws. I don't know what it is. They're allergic to draws. Some of these shouldn't even be hot takes in general. Yeah, but the fact that they are is like thing. Next one we have excluding rank because I don't play it often to include. Oh. Some people hate when decoders bring tide. The problem isn't decoders bringing tide. It's the fact that many other non-decoder players on NA cannot kite well, transition, or rescue properly. Before I respond to that statement, I'm gonna let you cook. If I, as a decoder, have to be the one on the team to rescue, then someone is doing something wrong. It's easier to trash decoder mains that have to pick up both the slack of decoding from those that provide unnecessary early kiting support and force rescuing, then telling the majority of players who assist and contain to do better. Again, not all players. Some decoders like Flywheel, Knee Jerk, and Borrow Time, and some assist contain mains can rescue, kite, and decode properly. I personally use Borrow Time and Tide for Composer because I'm confident kiting with him, but use Borrow Time and Knee Jerk for Prisoner because sometimes I need that extra boost. Um, okay. So the issue, you make a good point in the sense of like, yeah, the rescuers and shit in the lower tiers and the kiters suck complete fucking ass. So like, yeah, you feel obligated to do that, but you still can't because at the end of the day, you're a decoder. You don't have anything to work with. Like your example for composer, for example, composer is not hard to chase. Like you will, like against any competent hunter, you will get destroyed. Prisoner, not hard to chase. Like you shouldn't be bringing tide on those characters anyway because of just how weak they are. Like you really shouldn't. You bring tide on characters that can already kite as is. Chat respectful, respectful. So yeah, you you can't do that. Like you can't like. And it's like you mentioning that you don't play ranked often. Like I understand the mentality because you're just playing quick match, so it's like it doesn't, there's no stakes. But in a ranked setting, there are stakes. You bringing tide in itself is already a throw because in ranked where the players should know what they're doing, you as a decoder don't need to be bringing tide. You don't. You don't need to be bringing tide because in ranked that's not gonna fly. Any hunter that sees a decoder bringing tide in ranked, your ass is grass. Your ass is grass. You're getting cooked, you're getting fried, you're getting put on a plate and served. Like, is that it? Why is quick match so sweaty? No, I don't know. I would have thought that quick match would be, the casual game mode, the shit that's, chill. But it's not. It isn't. Like, it's wild. Character knowledge should be based off your game points, aka what you get out of 12,000. So more knowledge points, the more you earn in game, rather than if you win or lose. Solo queue makes it very difficult to read. I agree with this. No, I actually hardcore agree with this. I agree with this, yeah. Because there are matches where I'll solo queue and I'll get fucking 12,000 deduction points, but I'm gonna lose fucking 70 character knowledge points. Because of these fucking idiots that don't know how to play the damn game. I agree. I agree with this shit wholeheartedly, yeah. I genuinely agree with this. Like, yeah. Like this, yeah. Losing 40 character points is immediate depression, especially when people. I only disagree because decoding can give so many points. I feel like then for that they need to just adjust the value of points. They just need to adjust the value of how character knowledge points works, and that's it. Like, that's it. They just need to adjust how they serve character knowledge. I would love if NetEase could slow down on releasing new characters for a bit if they meant it would take a deeper look at weaker characters' kits and or release more story content like the Merc Diary that you mentioned for countless initial Q&A points since 2021. I'm not a story man, so personally I don't give two shits about the fucking story. For me, I'm all character, character, character. This just seems more like a preference thing than a hot take, to be honest. This is not really a hot take. So it's like, this ain't all that. So yeah, this is just a preference thing. I don't give two shits about the story. I only care about ranked and nothing else. Identity switches are fun and should be made for more characters. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which non-meta survivor that we are, which non-meta survivor that are we not seeing now get played next call? I have no clue. I don't know. The only thing with this is like it goes back to my earlier point. It's like they can focus on other kits and really and try to strengthen other characters, but some characters are so intricate that you can't touch them without breaking the game. Like Priestess, for example, you can't nerf Priestess without killing her. Priestess is either broken or she's shit. Like you cannot nerf Priestess without like actually like just straight murdering her. Same thing with Mind's Eye. Mind's Eye, she's either shit or she's God. Because if you buff Mind's Eye in any fucking way, like kiting wise, along with her Cypher Rush, her ability to see hunters to like omnipotence, like if she had kiting ability, she's fucking amazing. Badges don't mean nothing. If you spam pick certain characters, you will get a badge for them even if you're bad at playing them. Yeah, badges don't mean shit nowadays. Badges really don't mean shit about the nowadays. Yep. I've seen a lot of people complain about skins than the actual gameplay of the characters. Also, this probably isn't a hot take, but there's so much misogyny in the fandom that always complain about female hunter stars getting a new skin. Ignore the fact that their bias has more skins than the ones that they're complaining about, i.e. Merc players. Merc players complain that Mercenary doesn't get his fucking 5 millionth skin, but the second any other character gets a skin that isn't Merc, that Merc maybe could have fit, they start losing their fucking mind. Nope. People in rank and not including full teams with or without VC should always bring borrowed time. Coldest take of the fucking year. Coldest fucking take ever. Coldest. Coldest take. Cheerleader is not overpowered, I like this, and does not need a nerf. She's meant to counter slow hunters and gets easily countered by hunters that can dash or just catch up to her quickly. Which brings me to my other take. Hunters need to learn patience. If you chase a survivor that counters you or you just can't catch them in 60 seconds, stop trying and just change the target. But Cypher Rush, if you keep chasing someone you can't catch up, you will get Cypher Rushed either way. There's no difference. Just go after someone else, you will save yourself some nerf. Yo, it sounds like this person watches Zeus IdentityV, bro. Because yo, I don't know if you guys know, but like this one YouTuber that I watch called Zeus IDV, like he's been saying this for the longest time now, but people treat him like he's crazy. You know, like people treat Zeus IDV like he's fucking like he's dumb as shit and he doesn't know what he's talking about despite playing this game for so long. So it's like this viewer clearly watches Zeus IDV because they know that Zeus IDV knows what he's talking about because he's been playing the game for so long. And every time he says something, more often than not, it comes to fruition. So yeah, shout out to you. Lucky Guy should be the one with no Terror Shocking. No, he already can carry 2 items. If he couldn't get Terror Shocked, he'd actually be fucking nut. Zeus IDV is a bag of rocks type dumb Loki. Alright, Toxic. Chinatown should be a duos map. I don't really care about the 2v8, but sure, it would be fun. Yeah, nah, Chinatown would be a fun duos map, actually. It would be. People underestimating Lucky Boy, literally. Rescuing shouldn't be only the rescuer's job. If a rescuer is half health, doesn't have tide, or there are other factors that make it more dangerous for them to rescue successfully when their teammates are completely fine, someone else should do it. Stop forcing your rescuer into risky situations, expecting them to be an immortal hero and then blame everything. Yo, you're 2 for 2, Marina. Yo, you're 2 for 2. You're 2 for 2 right now. On cold fucking takes. You're 2 for 2. Like, yo, like, yeah, your rescuer isn't God, guys. Contrary to popular belief, your rescuer is not the reincarnation of Christ. Contrary to popular belief, guys, your rescuer is not God. Like, your rescuer sometimes can't always go to the fucking rescue. Sometimes, you know, crazy. I fucking know. But like, that's just reality, man. I don't know what else to tell you. Bring Marina onto the podcast? No, actually, bro. Coldest shit ever. Cold. Oh my god, I'm actually freezing. I'm about to put my AC uneco-friendly with how much I'm freezing right now. In most cases, when someone complains about randoms, it's not the randoms who are the problem, it's just a skill issue. Ah, I'ma have. Are we playing the same game? So if I solo queue this session, right, and I get randoms that like actually do the equivalent of like slapping a banana on their heads. Randoms and skill issue are the same thing. Yeah. Like, nah, that's a hot. Like, okay, I could see the vision because there are sometimes some players like let Ray cook, right? Because there are sometimes players who will do the fucking there will be some players who will do the dumbest fucking shit ever. Like they'll get Terror Shock 10 seconds into a match, but then blame the rescuer for not rescuing them before half. And then blame the loss on the fact that the rescuer didn't rescue them, even though they did a 10-second kite. So like there is some truth to this. There is some truth to this. Like there are people like that. There is some fucking truth to this. But on the other hand, the people that do good and then the randoms fucking are shit, like yeah. Zeus, we have a 4 stack for nighttime? Who is it? Oh, me, you, Abby, and then what, Malcolm? Or who is it then? Who's the 4 stack? Unless I'm the odd one out. The random is not this separate being that exists to throw your match. It's a player just like you, and they're probably saying the same shit about you when you blame them for throwing. Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's like if I do good in a match and then someone fucking fucks up my match by like getting terror shocked or doing a shit kite, my random just threw. Same way, vice versa. If the same thing happened. No, you. Oh, okay. Hmm. This game is blank-sided argument comes from a lack of skill. Same with the Cypher Rush problem. I'm low tier in both factions and I struggle a lot, and people are allowed to complain, of course. No. It does not come from a lack of skill because back then the game was genuinely survivor-sided because hunters did not have the tools to deal with the kind of survivors that we were having back in the day. Back in the day when Gravekeeper, fucking Forward, Mercenary was meta, when Priestess was in this shit, when Mechanic was still a demon, all the hunters had was Dreamwitch and like nerfed BQ. Other than that, like that's all you had. Before Sculptor was introduced, then that was it. That was it. And then guess what? Bans. Like now the game is way more hunter sided than it is survivor sided. It doesn't come from a lack of skill. It's just which side gets catered to more. Like that really is how it be. When they used to release good characters back in my day, hunters had to work for their win. Yeah, back in my day, hunters didn't just need to snowball off of presence. Like you know, hunters actually had to use their brain, and they took away Sculptor's instant statue. Yeah. Also, I don't know if this is a hot take, but win rate in this game doesn't matter if you solo rank. Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's a cold take as fuck. Next one, we got Cass over here. Cass, I'm putting you on blast. Accelerated decoding should only trigger if there's less than 4 players left in a match. Honestly, I agree with that to an extent. My only thing with this is that sometimes there's never going to be situations like that because we have hermits, like, I said hermits. We have hunters like Hermit, for example, who drag out the fucking game a long time, and Accelerated is a way to give the survivors a chance to snowball off that. So it's like, I can see the point, but like, there are some cases where Accelerated is kind of needed. That used to be how Accelerated worked, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Next one. I want Lucky God to be buffed. Hey, if Doctor can get buffed, so can he. Sure. Getting draws is a win for me. LMAO and solo rank, yeah. And 4-man, hell no. I feel more terror facing against a Percy than an Ivy in matches. Well, that's because Ivy's always banned. Percy, yeah, you rarely ever see Percy's. Imagine photo games without Accelerated, literally. Not sure if this is a hot take, but selling someone or not is a completely situational decision that has a lot of factors. That's not just cipher progress, including what chair is it, if it's in the basement, do they have resources to rebound with, does anyone have a tide to burn off, what the hunter is, what trait do they have, and if they used it. Some people are very quick to judge in both cases of automatically selling or rescuing, but there should be a lot of thought to it. Yo, it sounds like this person watches the GSL podcast every Wednesday at 8 p.m. EST. So definitely go check this. So definitely on Wednesdays, check it out. Or watches Zeus IDV on YouTube and watches Zeus IDV live on YouTube/Zeus IDV. So yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. Cold fucking take. This is literally the mindset of how you should have when it comes to selling. This is like actually like textbook perfect of how you should be thinking. This is literally textbook perfect of how you should be thinking when it comes to selling. We need more people. No, literally. Like, yeah, guys, you should definitely subscribe to that Zeus IDV guy. You know, look at this. Like, there are people here coming with common sense and they're thinking more intelligently. Their IQ is not dropping. The brain rot isn't getting to them. People complain about Priestess so much and how she needs to be nerfed or reworked, even still having the option to ban her interactions. At this point, they just want her to have a skill. They just don't want her to have a skill. Dash a Priestess main. Okay, you including that makes it seem like it's biased, but your point is valid. Your point is valid. People do complain too much about Priestess. Like, actually. Like, people will actually complain too much about Priestess. Like, it's insane to me. Like, she's not that strong. I'm sorry. Like, just chase her. Like, her kiting really isn't all that. Priestess is literally like such a skill capped character. Like, my Priestess compared to Toxic's Priestess, for example. If you put Toxic's Priestess S tier, my Priestess D tier. Like, it's two different worlds. Like, it's crazy. Like, Priestess really depends on the kiter. Like, it really depends on how good you are of a kiter. And that applies to a lot of characters. People on the IDV community need to dial it down on hating every single person who plays a character they don't like. Just because someone plays a character you don't like doesn't make them a bad person immediately, and they don't deserve harassment. Yo, I feel like a proud dad right now. I genuinely feel like a proud father. I genuinely feel like a proud dad right now. Because this is beautiful. Like, this is beautiful. I feel like a proud dad. I like how this is considered an opinion and not common sense. Literally, bro. Like, that's how fucked the community is. Half of these hot takes shouldn't be hot takes, but they are because this community is so chronically online and fucking ingenuine that they forgot what it means to just be a fucking decent human being. Like, it's crazy. Cypher Rush is not a thing. Hunters just don't know how to cipher pressure. Oftentimes, hunters will complain about Cypher Rush, but decide to chase a perfumer first as a single hit hunter. You can still win even if you have a bad early game. It goes for a party. Certain hunters have map, pressure, and cipher control, but for those who don't, there's still ways you can prevent decoding. Cook for me! Cook! Oh my god! Intelligence is radiating from this human being. I can feel the wrinkles on their brain. I can feel the wrinkles on their brain. It's beautiful. Tier does not matter. In mid-tier, I see people often say how it's hard to get out, which I agree to an extent. They go on huge losing streaks as a hunter or survivor, but they don't know why. They don't care to know either. While yes, you're playing with survivor, you cannot account for your other three teammates. But oftentimes in mid-tier, survivors or hunters only win because the opposing team makes a mistake. You cannot rely on mistakes, and a lot of mid-tier don't understand that the other teams are only going to get better, so they need to learn to adapt to that. But oftentimes players don't do that, and they continue to rely on the other team to make mistakes to win. And slowly they get to alicorn and peak tier, yet still lacking in game sense and skill. Oh my god, you have the wrinkliest brain. You are the next coming of Albert Einstein. The wrinkles on your brain. Like, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Why are you talking about brain? Because do you understand that Squish balling it 12, 8, 22 has the wrinkliest brain ever? Like, in glaciers right now. Like, oh, Naomi, we're reacting to IDV community hot takes. Wrinkles on their brain. Guys, okay, so the when your brain has wrinkles, that means that, like, you are a being capable of more complicated thought or speech. When your brain is smooth, that means you are literally the equivalent to brain dead. Like, you literally can't do anything. Like, you're unable to do, like, the most basic of basic things when you're a smooth brain. So when someone is like when someone is saying like you have a wrinkly brain, that means like, that means you're smart as shit. When someone says you have a smooth brain, you are like the equivalent of an idiot. Like, you are equivalently stupid. My brain looks like the chicken brain. Guys, do we really not know what that meant? How many wrinkles do I have for your brain? Oh, when it comes to IDV, you have the wrinkliest brain ever. When it comes to anything else, you have one singular wrinkle on your brain. You have a frog brain. Nettie should collab with Shrek. That shit would be funny. The game is not survivor-sided anymore, y'all. People in the English channels are still bitching about that, but the game is a lot more balanced now. GG's. Wrinkly. Wrinkle brain. Wrinkles. I can feel them. Zeus, how many brain wrinkles do you have? When it comes to IDV, I have infinite wrinkle. When I'm not throwing. When I'm actually, like, caring about competitive, wrinkle. Like, there are wrinkles on the wrinkles. When it comes to, like, life, sometimes I have a smooth brain, I can't lie. Rank should allow you to use in-game VC with the randoms. I agree with this, but can you imagine this? Can you imagine this? Could you imagine what VCs would sound like? Like, could you imagine? When you're rescuing against Terror Shock, bro? Oh my god, I can hear the slurs in my ear right now, bro. I could hear the slurs. Oh my god. Language barriers. Oh my god, could you imagine you're fucking playing with some random European or like someone, like anyone, like anyone from the North American or Europe region, and then you're like just some random person speaking in English, and then some random motherfucker curses you out in Spanish or something. Mira, mamajuevazazo, coño, ¿por qué tú María salvaste? Tú eres un mamajuevazo, tú no quieres mentir, tú no piensas. I'm like, oh my, yo, bro, I can hear it. Oh my god, it will be the funniest shit ever. It'll turn into Tekken, bro. It'll turn into Tekken. How did your throat do that? Do what? Alright, new grounds of racism would be... They'd find a way to be even more discriminatory, bro. Oh my god, bro. Spanish Mickey? I don't know, when I speak Spanish, like, my voice will just get higher, I guess. New grounds of... Well, they'll invent new ways to be racist. Oh my god. Coordinator deserves her longer chair time back because she's really weak, literally, compared to other workers, or they can buff her by giving a second gun after rescuing, like Acro gets another ball, but the stun becomes shorter. I agree. That's fine. I have 3. Okay. First, skins literally do not matter. It's just a luxury for people who can afford it or were lucky enough to attain them. It's like food, I guess, where the character and the normal skins are the ones you need to consume, and the skins are like the crossover ones are cake, which you could live without. Second, people are normalizing and excusing toxic behaviors by saying it's the IDV community woke douchebag, which honestly I'm tired of hearing. The community needs to grow the fuck up. Tell me why I say good luck and pre-match and the results with it's always the good luck people in the post-match by a hunter who won. Like, you won this match, but you surely aren't winning the maturity award anytime soon. Finally, stop blaming your teammates for not having borrowed time when it's your issue for you didn't check their build. It's all about teamwork when you're so high, so of course you're gonna have to check your team. Okay, you cooked, and then you burnt it. No, when you're in solo queue, I don't care. No, you always bring borrow time in solo queue. It does not fucking matter. You should always be bringing borrow time in solo queue. It does not fucking matter. I don't care what the situation is. Always borrow time. Like, you cooked for the first two. The third one, you're burning it just a bit. It's a little burnt on the edges. But you literally, like, you don't have any way to communicate with these people about these shits mid-game aside from a fucking 7-second ping. That isn't even accurate over the course of 10 seconds. So it's like, no. Like, borrow time, always. Always borrow time. Should always be what's being brought in. Like, when I can't, I usually ping rescue them. Yeah. I want to see if I can skip through some. Let me just scroll through. Let's see what happens. We'll just stop here. I just scroll through. What time is it? Damn, it's 6:50? Shit. NetEase needs to rework Asylum, make the lobby wider and cut some room, also make the ceiling higher. They could rework every series, so it shouldn't be that hard to work. Many useless personas need a rework, both Hunter and Survivor. NetEase should not focus on rework some old stuff than release more new character map, at least one character a season. 50-50 on the third one, but the first two, yeah. The last one, I don't really care about reworking old characters. Like I said, like, they want you to get the new characters. If they rework the old characters, then what's gonna be the marketing for the new ones, you know? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, NetEase needs to start making the lore of their characters easier to understand, to get into. Honestly, when the IDV writers feel like it, they can write one of the most interesting lore I ever see with unique and complex characters. But all those writers' work are thrown into the trash or forgetting how hard it is to get into it. I like the format of letters because I feel like there should be more with it. I think the reason they are a bit scared of investing in the lore is the characters, they're scared of them losing their marketability. Yeah, makes sense. Acrobat is a flat-out maniac from the way he acts. Ripper's original concept was to rape and kill women. Lily probably did something terrible during her game. Painter Perfumer they spent their whole game mistreating Enchantress and nearly got her to drink poison. Damn! What the fuck? It's that bad? What the fuck? Huh? Yo, wait, it's that fucking bad? God damn! Holy shit! Game 3? What the hell? That's crazy. If they want to do this, I don't think it would be fine. Not my personal game. This just seems more like a preference thing. Wow, I didn't know IDV lore got that serious. Yo, I didn't know this. I didn't know this IDV shit got serious. Like, I didn't know. I didn't know. No, they said Ripper, not Acro. They said Acro was a border sign of lunatic. What the hell? Priestess, I find Priestess's healing buff more annoying and be more annoying than her portal shenanigans, but then again, I'm a Joseph main, so my complaints most likely don't apply to other hunters. Yeah, yeah. Her healing buff really isn't that shit. Isn't all that. It's fiction. They shouldn't take character stories like that. It's company values, yeah, but how many reasonable people do you think there are? We have people sending people death threats because they play wax artist or some shit. So it's like, are people really that reasonable? Like, do they have reasonable, like, they have reason to, like, believe that shit would genuinely affect them? Postman is genuinely the worst survivor in the game right now if we're counting every survivor niche and not by their individuality. Mechanic in prison to make okay comeback, blah 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 blah. Postman can be playing. I would put Mind's Eye still there, I'm gonna be honest. I actually no, because they said counting their niches. Okay, I can say that, yeah. Counting the niches, yeah. Postman probably is. Like, Postman literally serves zero purpose. Like, Postman literally doesn't do shit. I have never seen a... Like, Koa 5 was Postman's year, and then they never again. I'm just saying. People sleep on Tide for real. Yeah, no one wants to bring it, but everyone wants to rescue. NAEU needs to accept that jokingly disrespecting netease and the devs doesn't translate as a joke to them. Yo, I'm freezing right now. I'm fucking freezing. Where's Two Bros Kisser at? I'm freezing. I'm fucking freezing right now. NetEase more than likely takes the IdentityV joke seriously because English players can't comprehend that English humor isn't Chinese humor and that the $65 billion company doesn't actually like when people say delete IDV. Chinese players are allowed to complain because that's NetEase's main market and audience. NAU has done absolutely nothing to earn such privilege. Also, 5-cipher kiting shouldn't be praised because you're expected to kite for 5 ciphers. Your boss isn't going to praise you for doing your job, so you shouldn't. Okay, no. I expect people to at least do like 2 cipher kites. That's my expectation. If you can do 2 ciphers, I'm okay. That's my expectation. 5 ciphers is too much, not gonna lie. Like 5 ciphers, like that you're burning through. You've already burned through all your items at that point. You're just raw kiting, and if that's the case, that's like you just fucking with the hunter. I got 1.5. Take it or leave it. If you force out blink, you did good in my. No, literally, honestly, you force out trait, you did fine. You force out trait, I'm happy. I'm a happy man. Cypher Rush does not need to be nerfed. Yeah, it really doesn't. Merc is A tier rather than S tier, and the only thing carrying him is the delayed damage, but the shortness of now is killing him, and he's lost his place in the meta. Officer, and honestly, kind of Wildling too, sometimes are more relevant than Merc. Core needs a rework. Yeah. I've been saying this for so long, although I will say Merc is still S tier in rank, not in tournament though. Cheerleader is one of the best serves if played well. I guess. I guess. Good night, street. Good night, Cass. Basement should be removed from the game? No. Cannot be removed from the game. In rank, you should be playing high-tier characters because it's a competitive game mode. Yes, I agree with this. Unless you're in a 4-man team, though. If you're solo queuing, do not fuck around and be like, oh, I'm gonna get this goddamn Mind's Eye badge. No, like... If you're like no, bro. If you're solo queue, don't be like I'm gonna get this Mind's Eye badge because you know I gotta get that Mind's Eye. You know, man, I gotta get her. Rank should allow multiple survivors but come with debuffs. For example, multiple doctors but with less healing. My other one is to allow dual hunters in rank. Wait, so like ranked duos? I disagree with running multiple survivors simply because of the fact that then that just takes away from strategy. Is Enchantress good to play in solo? Not really, to be honest. Excitement needs a longer starting cooldown? No, it doesn't. Ranked duels would be fucking hell, yeah. Thank you, IU, for the 1 month. And ranked duos would be crazy. Because dual hunters is literally the fuck around and find out game mode, yeah. Excitement is ready before flywheel. Yeah, that's fine. It's a draw trait anyway. You can only use it once every 100 seconds. Why not? Alice is SSS tier. Sorry, Flaxen. I hate to tell you, no. We need more void slot. Yeah, I need more blocks. I need more block list spam. I need more block list. I need more block list. Oh, this one is gonna hurt people's feelings, and I'm all for it. People who are scared of rank genuinely just need to go outside a bit and chill out. I see too many people who say they want a hunter rank, but they get hunter anxiety, which just makes me question why they play the game at all. They need to bite the bullet and accept that they are gonna be matches that go awful. Besides, being anxious about how the matches will go will only make you play worse. If you get that scared of playing, then you generally need to go outside and realize it's not that deep. So, I agree with this. I'm sorry. I can't understand how people get scared to rank. I really can't. If you do get scared to rank, that's your thing. I don't judge you for it. Me personally, I don't think I will ever understand it. Like I don't I just don't I don't understand it, to be honest. I really don't. Like again, if you don't want to rank because you have anxiety or some shit, that's all you. I'm not judging you. Me personally, I will never understand it. I never will, because I don't understand how like the game, like I know like playing the game, like when you're in a high pressure situation, can like make you anxious a bit, but it's like you cannot be scared, more or less. Like I don't know. This is an L tick because some people just have anxiety disorders. Telling people to go outside for a disability is ableist. But I mean, for that, like, but the thing is that we don't have a way to know. That's the thing. This is the internet. Anyone can say on the internet that they have something. Like, that's the thing. My only way of believing you is just your word for it. That's my only issue with that. Like, me, like, I could say some shit like I have chronic anxiety, and I could just be straight lying through my teeth. But you don't know that because it's the internet. You don't know me. You don't know what if I actually do it? Like, that's the thing. Yeah, people with anxiety disorders is obviously a different thing, but it's like just a general statement of like, you know, you playing ranked and you're just scared to rank for whatever fucking reason. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. Like, if you're scared to rank, then just play quick match or something. Like, I know rank seems scary, but it's really not. Like, it's like, cause I don't understand how like you can quote unquote stress out that hard. I'm pretty sure co-op players even get anxiety in the aspect. Yeah, I'm pretty sure co-op players even get anxiety in that. Yeah, but the difference between a co-op player and just your average ranked player is that when you're in co-op, you're playing on a stage in front of thousands of people, in front of tens of thousands of people watching different live streams. You have tens of thousands of eyes on you watching your gameplay on a stage, lights hitting you at every face, money on the line. There are stakes to this shit. What are your stakes in rank for you to be scared aside from my points and my tier? Like what are the stakes? It's about performance. As a perfectionist, I get angered easily over bad performance. Yeah, the most critical version of the most critical person of yourself will always be you. You will always be the most critical person of yourself. But it's like you can't just be like, oh, if you're not performing at the level that you want to perform, then don't let that discourage you to keep performing at the same level. If you feel that you're not performing at the level you should be performing, then that should be pushing you to perform at the level that you want to perform. You know, like that's the main thing. I think we'll call it here for the hot takes. It's 7 o'clock. Yeah, I think we'll call it here. I think we'll call it here for hot takes. If we want to do another one, I'll make another community post in like a couple weeks. But I think we'll call it there for hot takes.